guest of honor, Raji Naren Singh.
Yes, you did it right, girl.
Woo! That's a mouthful there. All right. Well, listen, I am so happy that everybody is here today. We have a live audience here at 227 Media. Everybody ready? Yes! All right. We got our Zoom audience. Are you ready, Raji?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm always ready, honey.
You're a great co-host and a great guest of honor. Let's run this intro, and we'll be right back with our networking. So we are here live at the Laws of Life talk show. What I want to tell you is this is a new experience. This is a hybrid experience. So the live audience will not always be able to feel every piece of energy of the Zoom, and the Zoom will not always be able to hear the live, but we are definitely ahead of the technological game. So if you have a comment, please raise your digital hand or put it in the chat. And if anybody in the live audience has a comment, raise your hand. Do not worry about any technical issues. We're just going to go with the flow of love today.
Yes.
Okay? That's the game plan. All right, so let's get to thanking our sponsors. Oh my God. What a beautiful group of sponsors we have. And I always want to say, I want to welcome a few new sponsors. Well, first, guess what? I'm a sponsor. The law office of Blanca Perper Greenstein is in the building. So about 5 weeks ago, I opened my own law firm. I've been an attorney for 30 years, and I served as head of litigation for a publicly traded company. I've done criminal law, divorce law, personal injury. So the new law firm is a full-service firm able to help you with any legal issue. So everybody knows how to reach me. So if you guys need anything legal, just give me a call. I also serve as the founder of the Laws of Life. Our second new sponsor is the criminal defense firm of Roderman and Johnston. They are the best criminal firm in Broward County. So God forbid anybody has a problem, you call me, and I will connect you to Glenn and Phil with pleasure. And that's 7 days a week, guys. Do I answer my phone 7 days a week?
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's go to our other newest sponsor, which is 227 Media. We are here for the first time in our own studio because of their sponsorship. How does it feel?
Special.
You're
I'm the first.
Yes, you are, baby.
That's what they all say.
There you go. I love it.
The first.
That's right. Well, you know what? You are one of a kind.
Thank
You
you.
are one of a kind. Raji Naren Singh, our guest of honor today, and you're the first guest in my new studio brought to us by 227 Media. I also want to make an announcement. We will be starting a new podcast for the Laws of Life, which will also be sponsored by 227 Media. And we will be obviously producing the podcast here right next to the Hard Rock Hotel at the 227 Laws of Life studio. And these are going to be longer conversations, right?
So I better get ready.
That's right.
You told me like 2 hours.
That's right.
I'm going to have to take my vitamins, girl.
Please do. Take all those vitamins because we're going to have deeper dialogues longer. Because a lot of people have said to me, Blanca, I love the Laws of Life short interview, but I want to see you have a more in-depth dialogue. So that's what the podcast will be. That's coming up. So I really do want to thank Vanessa and Damien for giving us a home. I can't tell you the amount of joy I have experienced by having a space to enjoy our live audience, to have room for the equipment, to have a stage. So thank you for sharing the stage with me today.
You're welcome.
Thank you to everybody that took the time to drive here. Thank you to everybody for your time on Zoom. I love you. So let's go to our first sponsor, who's been a sponsor for 5 years, who's never missed a Tuesday, Raji.
Oh
never.
My God.
His name is Mark Siegel with QPT CBD. Let's bring him to the stage and hear what his laws of life are today.
Good morning, everybody, from sunny Jupiter, Florida, 83 and beautiful, on my way running around. but just wanted to say hello. Sorry I'm not in the studio with everyone over there. The law of life today for me is actually reminding everyone to make a mission statement. I was saying mine this morning over and over in the mirror, which I'd like to share. How can I grow to my full potential and serve others at a way higher level, all while living in absolute bliss?
I love that.
You can't
I love
borrow
it.
mine. You need to have your own. And if you don't have one, then I recommend you work on it. In other lands of business and things of that nature, we are still glowing off of our 6,000 plus served with 0 returns. Still rocking and feeling that 6-year anniversary. Events every single weekend. We'll be in Miami with New Breed Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu this weekend. New Jersey for a world tournament next weekend. Orlando for my birthday, whoever wants to come to Orlando, the following weekend. And then May 10th, I finally have a weekend to breathe, which I believe is Mother's Day. So well in advance, and I have no idea why. Happy Mother's Day well in advance to everyone. I'm being silly. I'm not paying attention, but I am paying attention to all of you and the road. So I'm going to cut it short today and say, get with this community. This is not a community. This is the community.
Ooh.
And I'm telling you right now that there are people who, again, we spoke about this a few weeks ago, say, oh, I don't see my exact avatar in the room. Well, guess what? That avatar might be best friends with the person you're looking at to the right or left of you. So, wrapping it up, happy terrific Tuesday from your boy, the Mark Spark. Mwah. Take care, everyone.
Wow.
You know, it takes a special friend to show up for you every Tuesday for 5 years. Whether he's sick, whether his dad's in the hospital, no excuses. 100% loyal commitment. That's why he got the award as Philanthropist of the Year at last year's Royal Luncheon. You'll be invited in August. Are you guys ready for the second annual Royal Luncheon of the Laws of Life?
Yes.
All right, well, you're going to see Mark Siegel there because he is royal. He is royal. Thank you, Mark. All right, I also want to thank Chris White with the Wiser Company, and he's been an incredible sponsor. He'll be joining us live in studio shortly. I want to thank, of course, I'd like to bring to the stage Joey Lewis, the new Chief Marketing Officer for the Laws of Life, to say a few words. Joey, what's in your heart today?
Good morning, everyone. This fine morning, this bright and beautiful morning. I'm excited for you, Blanca. I'm excited for the Laws of Life. Thank you for letting me serve as your Chief Marketing Officer. 2025 is going to be one of the best years for Laws of Life.
Speak a little louder, brother. Where's the fire? Give me some fire.
Well, all right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, but I want it all, baby. Give it to me. Let's go.
All right. So 2025 is going to be one of the best years for Laws of Life. We're going to make our next move our best move. We use technology to save time and storytelling to save lives. My mission to inspire, innovate, and elevate. I don't just make noise, I make impact. I turn AI to ROI.
Much better.
Most
Thank
people play music, we build movements. I've been honored to work with powerhouse organizations like you and many other people like the Global Vision Conference, Johnny Vision, Rise and Thrive, Regina Rossi, Howard Brown. I'm so lucky to be here. Let's not just network today. Let's collaborate, elevate, and create, and let's all crush it together. My law of life today is networking is like a bank account. You can't make a withdrawal until you make a deposit.
Woo! We like that.
Oh, that's great.
All right, we're cooking with oil now. We're cooking with oil because now our live audience can hear our Zoom audience perfectly. Am I right, guys? All right, we got connection. Thank you, God. We got connection. We're going. All right, Joey. Well, Joey, thank you for serving as Chief Marketing Officer. And I appreciate you. I want to welcome Elliot. Everybody give it up for Elliot Greenstein, new Chief Operating Officer. Would you like to say a few words, Elliot? You're good? All right. Elliot is related to me, and I'm so happy he moved to Florida. We get to work together.
That's beautiful,
And you've been amazing, Elliot. So thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so I think we have thanked all our sponsors, and also Joey is also a sponsor because he is the CEO of Tough Turf Media, and is providing a lot of support that way as well. All right, well, I think right now I'm going to go and tell you my law of life. And then we're going to hear from our entrepreneurs and live in studio to give their introductions. And my law of life today is play with passion.
I love it.
So my passion is live streaming and interviewing extraordinarily fascinating souls like you and spending time with friends in the studio. That's what I love. I'm addicted. And so I'm playing with that passion. What's your law of life?
Wow. Okay, so one of my laws is that I remind myself on a daily basis that I'm not just here to take up space and air, and that I encourage myself to always make a positive difference in the world, even if it means just giving someone a smile.
I love
Yeah.
that. Wherever you go, you give everybody a smile.
I am a smiler now. You got to be careful who you smile at sometimes, because they might think something else. But for the most part, my point is
Love.
to make a positive impact in the world while I'm here, because each and every one of us have a divine purpose, and we're here for a reason, and we're just passing through. So you got to take advantage of your time here.
I agree. All right. So with that, are you Zoom guests ready for our first live studio member? Introducing herself is Gigi. So Gigi, tell us and everyone in the audience about you.
Gigi in the house. Gigi in the house. She got the memo.
Stand by. We're going to put that camera on Gigi. But let her just start talking. They can hear her. And then the camera will follow. Go ahead, Gigi.
Hello everyone, I'm Gigi, and I'm so thrilled to be here with this beautiful audience, and thank you Blanca for this beautiful studio. It's such an amazing honor to be part of this gathering. And I'm an entrepreneur, an influencer, a relationship coach, a mindset mentor, and also I'm your friend, your guide, and your coach. And if you need any help in relationships, I'm here to help you navigate through this adventure called life. So if your relationship needs any uplifting, any elevation, or any healing, please don't hesitate to contact me at ggtravels247@gmail.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gigi. Let's give it up for Gigi. Let's go to our next entrepreneur, Elisa Lynch. And Elliot, before we do that, if you could put that the phone on whoever's speaking in the audience, please. All right, Elisa, tell us about you.
Hi, everyone. Blanca, congratulations on your first live show. It's such a pleasure to be here with you. And I want to personally thank you for changing my life when I met you years ago at the hotel in Del Rey. So thanks for calling me. I don't know where life would be if you didn't.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
True story. So everyone knows I have an incredible story. If you don't know me, I was severely injured, and I've been able to transform my life spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And I am a biohope coach, quantum coach, and I have been able to create miracles in my life and regain my health on such a high level. I'm so blessed. God has blessed me in more ways than you can imagine. And my law of life today is to cherish every moment that you have, because we don't know what's ever coming our way, just like the waves, and a wave is what injured me. And, you kind of learn how to swim through the current, and I want people to know that any type of healing is possible, whatever they need in their lives. So never take a moment for granted, and cherish every day, and be grateful and give thanks.
Love
Wonderful.
that. Love that, Elisa.
So thank you.
And thank you for acknowledging me, because I didn't know I made a difference.
Oh, God, you changed my life. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to our next entrepreneur, Sunny Arfa, in the house. Feel great, meditate, Sunny Arfa. And let's make sure we put that cell phone on Sunny, because she's so beautiful. She is blindingly beautiful. Go ahead, Sunny.
Hey everybody, I'm Sunny, the founder of Feel Great, Meditate, and Brain Amping. I've been transforming lives by transforming minds for the last 26 years, and my newest venture includes getting an amazing mobile van. This mobile van is going to be a biohacking system for the soul. It's going to feature all of Feel Great Meditate's best tools. It's going to be a brain neuroactivation van, and we will be looking for sponsors. We will be at festivals, and we will be all over South Florida with first responders. So I will be looking for sponsors. Stay tuned to that, and if you're interested in that, you can find me at feelgreatmeditate.com.
Thank you, Sunny. You are magnificent. Let's go next to Dr. Sherry Ask, the best dentist in Hollywood, Florida. Also, we want to keep the microphone right about here, and we're going to welcome the best dentist in Hollywood, Florida, to the stage, Dr. Sherry.
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me, Blanca. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. Sherry, and I'm a holistic family and cosmetic dentist. And my law of life is change your story, change your life. And so that's my law of life. I am running a VIP event in my office on Thursday. I might have a couple of spots still available. I welcome anyone to come here and take advantage of a promotion that Blanca helped market for me, and would love to see you, and please reach out to me. You're welcome to also text at 786-405-9652. And you can also reach us on HollywoodBrightSmilespa.com. So looking forward to seeing everyone. And thank you so much again, Blanca, for inviting us.
Thank you. You look beautiful today, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sherry is a great friend. Let's go next to Czar. Czar is stand on the stage. Czar is a partner of Chris White, our sponsor, the Wiser Company.
Okay.
Chris represents a lot of celebrities, and Czar is his marketing machine. Tell us about you, Czar.
Wow, I didn't know you knew that much about me. Well, I'm Czar. I'm for a fancy term, a brand equity developer. So you hear about marketing, I'm more so into the brand. First develop the brand, strengthen the equity of your brand, and then you market it out. It's interesting because you can market your product as much as you want, but if they have a better brand, they win. Why? Because people choose on gut feeling. And if it feels good to them, they have 50 tabs open, they look at your website, they look at your social, you're going against all of the other tabs, all the other social media profiles. Yeah. And the question is, do they feel that gut feeling with you? Are you consistent all across the board? If you're trying to say you're high end and everything else does not look high end, so my job is to make sure that the equity of your brand in all the places it appears is consistent, it grows in value, we push it and we market it out. Where do I come from? I come from directing a lot of the advertising and developing the brands for Michael Kors, BMW, Emporio Armani, Diesel, and that's from the past all the way up to starting my own agency to build high status brands. So if you guys are interested, you can find me at zqbrand.com or my social at Czar, CZARZQ, at Instagram. Thank you.
Czar, that was really inspiring. I love it. So it really is important, the elegance of the brand. Beautiful, very important point. Connect with me or Chris White or Czar if you need assistance with your marketing strategy. Let's go next to Helen in the house. Helen is an amazing woman. She's a life coach, a relationship coach, and I just want to remind everybody that as you share your message with the world, you don't know who's watching. Oprah could be watching right now.
That's right.
I bet you Jenna Bush could be watching right now saying, you know what? I like that energy between Raji and Blanca. They got something there. Do we got some chemistry up here? Tell me. Do we? You guys feeling relaxed, feeling good? All right, Helen, tell us about you.
Okay, great energy, as you said. Who am I? My name is Helen Vella. What I do is I'm a motivational speaker and an author. What I actually do for a living is help empower people to be more healthy. I work with people with their inner child, their integration of their inner child. I do Reiki, I do energy healing, and a lot of other stuff that I don't want to go into right now. My law of life is to be authentic. Be your authentic self all of the time. If you are, then people will come to you, no problem at all. And my passion is empowering people to heal themselves, because we all have that ability to heal ourselves, and I love facilitating to be able to do that. So my name is Helen Bella, Inner Healing Through Natural Solutions.
I love it. Let's give it up for Helen. Yay! You know, it's not easy to come into a studio, stand on stage, and introduce yourself. Let's see how Trey does it. Everybody give Trey some love as he walks to the stage. So, Zoom audience, how's it going so far? Are you enjoying the live audience intros? Give me a thumbs up. Everything going good on your... All right. All right, Trey, tell us about you.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but here we go. Normally, I'm behind the camera, not on the camera. I'm a sports videography, but I do all things videography. I'm from Delray Beach, Florida. Again, my name is Trinell Hollis. You can call me Trey. My law of life is water what you want to grow. Pretty much, to give a little rundown on that, a lot of times in life we find ourselves giving our energy to the wrong things and things that, you know, aren't gonna benefit us in the end. So just always think long term when you're doing anything in life, as far as like your passion or just everyday life with family and friends. So yeah.
Look at you.
Oh my God.
That was amazing, Trey. Give it up for Trey. My God.
Love it.
You really inspired me with your message. Because remember, take a seat, Trey. Let's bring up Ryan. Are you? Well, you can sit down because you have a leg injury, or you're good. But what I want to say is, come onto the stage. You never know how it seemed like Trey's message ignited something for you. What was it?
I just love it. It makes sense. Water what you want to grow. And I think a lot of people, we get distracted with life and the ups and downs, and we forget to, refocus and say, okay, wait a minute, what do I want for my life? What do I want? And pour into that. I love it.
Aww.
Some great messages here today.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's go next to Ryan, and let's hear what Ryan has to say, what your law of life is, whatever's in your heart.
Hello, everyone. So for people who don't know me, my name is Ryan Fayette. I am a photographer. I'm normally behind the camera, like Trey said. I'm a sports video photographer and also / videographer as well. I shoot everything, weddings, portraits, whatever you want. And my law of life is just to live life at the fullest. Just do everything that you want to do before, your time is done.
Yeah.
Before your time is cut short.
You're right. We don't have infinite time, so we want to make the most of every moment. I got to tell you, I'm making the most of today. I'm feeling good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good
Are
too.
you live audience? Let me get an energy reading. Are you excited?
Yes!
All right. Well, I want to congratulate our live audience. You can take your seat, Ryan. Thank you so much. And so now that we've met everybody in our live audience, we're going to go back to the way we've been doing it for 5 years. And we are going to let our Zoom audience introduce themselves and say good morning, share what you do. There's so many special people in the audience. I don't know where to begin, but come on camera if you want me to call on you. So we're going to start off with Kessa Gooden. Kessa is one of the entrepreneurs that put me on the stage really for the first time, gave me a lot of speaking opportunities, has really supported me as a sister. She's an entrepreneur. So Kessa, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Blanca. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Congratulations to my sister, Blanca. I am Kessa Good. My laws of life is each one help one, right? Each one reach one. So we have to teach each other how to get to the next level. Speaking of teaching each other how to get to the next level, we have the Global Awakening Project, Launch, Grow, and Scale. Launch, Grow, and Scale. So this is an exclusive invite only opportunity to come out August 8th and August 9th to spend time with some millionaires and even billionaires. I'm talking about people with over 12 million followers, people with 20 million followers on Instagram, people who own their own jet and their own yacht and own their own plane that are going to be at this event. This is in partnership with my dear friend Sir Kai Radford, and we are going to be doing this August 8th and 9th. Now, as I said, it is invite only, but you do have to pay to come in to get to the event. It's an exclusive VIP VIP dinner and a VIP networking opportunity. Then a 6-hour yacht mastermind and a VIP breakfast. So if you'd like more information, please reach out to me at 404-992-3971 or go to KessaGoodenTeam.com. I'm Kessa Gooden. It's a pleasure meeting you all. If you want to take your network to the next level and build and grow your networking, you could do that through me. Right, Blanca? Blanca will be there too, so looking forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you, my sister Kessa. And let me say this. If anybody, you can always put your contact details in the chat. This is an open chat. We have no rules about that. If anybody ever needs a phone number, just shoot me a text, and I'll be happy to arrange a group text. We call that a text to connect. I provide that service free of charge because that's love. That's what community empowerment is, right? We all want to help each other build. All right, let's go to another very special sister. She won Webcaster of the Year last August at the Royal Luncheon. Regina Rossi Lamoth. What is the good word, my sister?
Blanca, congratulations. This is amazing, guys. 2 years ago in February, I got to meet this extraordinary woman, Blanca Purper Greenstein. Ooh. And now here she is, own business. She has her own law firm. She now has the place to have these amazing networking opportunities. And I listen into the room and I look on here, and guys, if you're new to this is the place to be, like Mark said. Mark and Blanca, Kessa, Joey, Michael Embry, these are the people, Shari, all Sunny. I can name half of this room that I've only, in a short amount of time, it's only 2 years. Like literally, it feels like a lifetime, but it's 2 years of people that you meet just once and they are family for life. So I just want to say congratulations, Blanca. If any of you guys want to get visible, just like Blanca's doing, it is thanks to Blanca who gave me the confidence, the courage, the support, and Joey who took it to the next level. So we're Rise and Thrive together. We have a weekly talk show as well, streaming on many channels on Monday evenings. Get your voice, get your message, get your services. Go and help people. We have listeners who need you. So everything's in the comments, but it's www.riseandthrivetogether.com. And come on, let's do this. This isn't a competition. This is a collaboration. I'm so proud of you, Blanca. Thank you for all you do. You just keep on helping me rise and thrive.
Thank you, Regina. Thank you for believing in me and for becoming a customer. Regina was a customer. We produced her webcast for 2 years called Rise and Thrive Together. And remember, Laws of Life, in addition to being a TV studio and networking platform, we can produce your podcast. We can produce your webcast. We can help you make your vision come alive, and we do that through strategic alliances. You can meet with Joey Lewis, our Chief Marketing Officer. We'll give you a complimentary consultation, help you do your vision. We bring in Czar, we bring in Chris, we bring in Trey. We don't know who the players are going to be, but talk to me, and then we will put the right team together to help you. And Regina, the evolution of your platform is extraordinary. Congratulations. All right, let's go to our next Zoom entrepreneur. Remember, everybody's got 60 seconds. Let's keep this room popping like popcorn. Let's go next to Beverly D'Amico. Beverly, I haven't seen you forever. What's cooking? Good looking. Take that mute button off, or I'm going to sue you for friendship
there we
negligence.
Go.
All right.
No, I haven't seen you in a while.
All right.
It's been quite a few years. Anyway, my name is Beverly. I live in Deerfield Beach, Florida. And I help people with AI in their business. if you're not using AI, your competitors are. We have a one-stop shop app that I just added to my business. It's completely free for all businesses and consumers to save money. So that's one of the things I do. And also I am a health consultant. I have some tricks and tools that can help you age backwards. I'm 74 years old. I'm proud to say I am that old or young, and I'm a product of my product. So
I love
reach out
it.
to me if I can help you in any of those two industries.
Thank you, Beverly. And Beverly, one of these days you should come in for an interview on the laws of life so we can have a deeper dialogue. But remember, guys, I want you guys a couple tips, little break tip, okay? When you're introducing yourself, I want to feel a little higher energy. Don't cash out on this moment. All right, we got a professional live stream equipment. We got professional video. We got a reality show star from Botched. We don't know who's watching. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. Make your message a big deal. Give it to me loud and proud. Okay?
We gotta take tips from you. You have the energy, girl.
Let's
Nice
go.
meeting you.
But you got to go deep. You got to project. You got to project or your message will not be heard. All right? I want to hear it. I want to hear it. So let's see. Who do I go to next? I want to hear Richard Krent. 60 seconds. Oprah's watching. Everybody's watching. Let me hear your 60-second message. Let's go. Get me excited, please.
All right. Here you go. I'm an architect, developer, advisor. However, my law of life is to be creative and bring joy to everyone you meet. As an architect and executive creative, I've been more than fortunate to work for Warner Brothers, Universal, Maras in Dubai, Macau, and in KSA for Qiddiya City, developing a new city for 600,000 people, all based on entertainment, arts and culture, and sports. So if you need some assistance in developing your city or your facet of paradise, please give me a call, follow me on LinkedIn. I'm available. Thanks.
I love it. Listen, I've been meeting a lot of people lately that are developing smart cities. I joined a new investor club of high net worth individuals. It's called the Golden Eagles. I'm actually going there to present on Friday, April 25th, and I'm allowed to bring 4 friends with me. Well, I'll tell you this, the 4 people in this room that project and give me your maximum level. So let's talk about this for a minute. I can say project, but maybe it's not as easy to do as it is to stay. So let me tell you where I get my projection. Number 1, exercise every single morning. Every morning, you got to stretch. You got to stretch. Your body's got to be nimble. If you're not flexible, you're not going to feel energetic. I ain't no fitness coach. I train with Sunny. I've trained with a number of fitness and meditation professionals. But you got to exercise. If you're not exercising, get in the gym. Seriously. The
Definitely.
young ones too, Trey and Ryan, specifically you. All right. Number 2.
I swim almost every day.
Got to start that day off with a glass of lemon water. Freshly squeezed 2 lemons in the water. I tell you, it completely quiets the body. Everything feels so good. Do you agree, Sonny? You like that? All right. And we're going to keep going over this because I can tell you guys to get energetic, but we're going to teach you how. We're going to come out with new segments. Sonny's going to teach meditation. Sherry's going to teach dental health. Czar's going to teach marketing. Elisa's going to teach some of the new tools she has coming out. Gigi's going to influence us. All right, let's go. Who's going to get me fired up next? But what I was going to tell you, Richard, is you should have a graphic behind you that shows a picture of a smart city. If you're designing smart cities, you should be getting me freaking excited about that. And maybe you should be a guest on Laws of Life too. A lot of people don't know what a smart city is. What does it cost? How do I invest in it? You're assuming people know what a smart city is. They may not. So next week's pitch, I want you to build that in. All right, let's go to Monroe. Monroe, you are new to the Laws of Life. Give me 60 seconds. Take that mute button off. Otherwise, it's a $50 donation to Mark's Choice of Charity. Take that mute button off. Going once, going twice. Time is money. It's $10,000 a minute to be on this show. It ain't cheap.
Expensive.
All right, Monroe's having trouble unmuting, so we're going to go over to Dr. Sussman. He's still muted. You're still muted. You got to
Oh,
figure it out.
wow.
All right, Dr. Sussman, give me a 60-second powerful pitch, my darling.
Hey guys, good morning. Thank you, Blanca.
Thank you.
I am Dr. Sussman, Benjamin Sussman. I am the chiropractor at USA Sports Medicine of Brickell. And I'm really excited because I just started my practice earlier this year in January. We're already off to a great start, but I'm looking to expand and grow my practice even more. So what we're offering for the month of April is Patient Appreciation Month. If you come in, or if you refer someone to my office, they're going to be eligible for a complimentary consultation, evaluation, and the first treatment. So the whole first visit is completely covered, and this is a great way to give people a chance to experience how the USA athletes, people that are at the top of their profession, how they heal, and I'm really excited to meet you and work with you. So, send people over, send your Miami connections my way. And my law of life is connection, because it's really cool. Chiropractic is all about having the proper connections of your neural network. So we're practicing our networking connections with Blanca, but you can practice your connections in the body, inner network connections.
Wow. I
with
like
me,
that.
chiropractic.
Oh, look at that. See, he knew how to get my attention. He tied his profession to connection, which is my passion, right?
Powerful.
Very, very good. And Dr. Sussman's been doing great things. He was at the Eat Better, Live Better luncheon last week. We went to the Heat game benefiting charity last week as well. You're really out there, Dr. Sussman. Keep up the great work. Very proud of you. All right, let's go next to an entrepreneur that travels the world, attends events everywhere. He's the #1 inviter of guests into the Laws of Life. He is none other than Michael Embry. Let's go, Michael. Give me a 60-second power message. Let's go, baby.
What it be like, folks? Mike Embry here. Currently I'm in Indiana, visiting family. I'm an actor, model, brand ambassador for Celebrity Boxing, mental health advocate, and now I am your personal travel advisor. So if you need to travel somewhere, you need trips, no matter where it is, car rentals, hey, hit me up. I'm all about that now. And one of the things I like to do is make the connection for others. That's my law of life, is to help each other be successful.
You really have been such a support. Michael flew into Florida. We had a networking event just to welcome Michael to Florida. Remember the law of the spontaneous event. You don't have to spend 6 months planning an event. When did I plan this event? On Saturday morning. That was 4 days ago. I felt it and I executed. That's another law of life. Feel it, do it. Don't have to be a freaking perfectionist. Just do it. And I said, you know what? Whoever RSVPs, great. Whoever can make it, great. My mother had a great law of life. She said, I'm setting the party. You want to come? Great. You can't make it? Great. Don't set a party and ask 100 people when they're free. It doesn't matter. It's your party. You set it. Just get it done. There'll be 100 more, right?
Yeah, and I always say whoever shows up is meant to be there. Yeah. I don't get caught up in the numbers so much. Yeah.
Exactly.
And we have a phenomenal group here today.
We do.
Oh my God, on Zoom and also here in the studio audience.
Pretty
phenomenal.
exciting.
This is great what you're doing, Blanca.
Thank you.
Oh my God, it's just beautiful.
Thank
and I
you.
can tell that you're all about inclusion, being inclusive.
Very much so. Very much so. I'm going to bring up another guest. We're going to go to Shania. Shania, you are new in our community. Tell us about you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, Blanca, for having me. I'm so excited to be here and meet all of you lovely, lovely people. A little bit about me. I do everything from screws to bolts, acting, modeling. I do financial advising through Principia Financial. I'm an accountant. I'm getting my master's right now. I do travel entrepreneurship. If anyone's interested in getting a plan together, I'm helpful with Pinterest posting, getting the word out there, getting funding, things like that. Anything that you need, I'm your guy. So if there's anyone out there that needs some assistance with anything like that, please let me know. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to see where this goes.
I love it. And where are you based, Shania?
I'm in Boca Raton.
you're right down the street. So the next hybrid event that we have at 227 Media Laws of Life Studio, I hope you'll come in person the next time.
Yes, definitely planning on it. Thank you so much.
How did you hear about today? Let me guess. Michael Embry. Is that how? Who invited you today?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Ryan Jacobs. He connected me with you.
Jacobs. He's from the Golden Eagles. Who
Yes,
remembers?
yes.
What was the Golden Eagles, Sonny? Do you remember? That's right. Multi-million-dollar group. I'm speaking there next Friday. If anybody wants to win a free ticket to join me next Friday, you got to show me maximum energy. Love. Smiles.
Yes.
Now it's coming. All right, Monroe is off mute. Monroe, you have 60 seconds to share your message with the world. Let's hear what you got to say, my brother.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here with you guys. And just a healthy reminder, gratitude is everything. And we can show it locally with our neighbor, the one next door who you haven't seen. Make them dinner, show them a little love. That's the love of God, and that's my message today. So continued success, everyone. Hello, Sonny and Michael, and all you other beautiful doctors and healers and all important people. It's great to be here with you today. God bless you all and continued success.
Thank you, Monroe. Let's give it up for Monroe, a first-time Law of Lifer. And hopefully, Monroe, you'll come with us more often. All right, let's go to a very wonderful entrepreneur. Dr. Martine Canal is in the house. Dr. Martine, what's new in your world of selfcaregenius.com?
Hi, everybody. So glad to be here. You know, this community rocks. I mean, it's so powerful. The energy is beyond the universe. So that's why I love to be here, because it just boosts me up. I am a self-care strategist, and my law of life today is law of joy, because we have to enjoy ourselves every single day. And the way you do that is by taking care of yourself, by putting yourself first. So with that said, I am holding a self-care empowerment workshop. So it's gonna be in May, and it's all about pushing ourselves, holding ourselves accountable, so that we can live a productive and meaningful life. And then he was just saying gratitude. It's just amazing. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking for sponsors for my workshop, because it's all about holding ourselves accountable.
I love it, Dr. Martine. We got to get you in here for a segment. So here's the deal. I personally, with Laws of Life Capital, bought all the live stream equipment in this studio today. I own it. I trained on it. I learned it. I watched those Zoom videos for 12 hours. But how is this going to help us as a community? We can go live every day, guys. We can create content. We can create courses. We can bring famous celebrities in here. The sky is literally the limit. So if you're having fun, and you want to keep playing with me, playing with the passion of connection, then call me, text me, and tell me, what are you going to talk about? What would your show be about?
Wow, I think it would be about authenticity. Just living your authentic life despite what the world says.
I think that's real. You nailed it, because that's really the key, is that you are a warrior. You're a warrior queen, because you dared to be different, even though a lot of people criticized you for being transgender, or they discriminated against you, or they judged you. You said, I am me.
Yes, and I had to do that at 4 years old. I was hearing all the words that I didn't like, and I mean, that was I would say as far back as I can remember, feeling different and feeling like the ostracized one. And I was just the innocent kid being myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned it early on. It took a while for me to fully embrace it and be confident with it.
Right.
Because, when we're kids, we want people to like us.
That's right. It's hardest as a kid. It's
you want to fit in.
To be excluded as a child is the most painful form
very painful.
That's why, inclusion. Everybody's included. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And you know what? You put your mouth into where I should say, you put your actions with where your mouth, what you speak, because we spoke a couple weeks ago and you were saying all of that to me. But when I showed up today to the studio, I saw it. And I said, she's living it. It's not just like talk.
Thank you.
Because, some people just talk.
Well, I appreciate that. That means a lot. All right. Well, let's keep jumping. Let's keep popping like popcorn. Let's go next to Jonathan Goldfarb, author, friend, incredible tennis player. Jonathan, give me 60 seconds. The whole world's watching. What do you got to say, brother?
Thank you, Blanca. And congratulations on the studio. So, my law of life is a 3-word acronym called CHA. Being courageous leads to honesty, which leads to accountability. And exactly what your guest was saying is, to be authentic. A lot of people, unfortunately, in this society aren't courageous enough to move to the authenticity or the honesty, which is the H, and then to be accountable for their actions. And where people can all get along. You got to find common ground. And I always say, rather than focus on the 10%, the 20%, the 30%, or even the 50% of a person you have a conflict with in your family or your friends or life, whatever, focus on the positives. Breathe, meditate. Don't go to places that the other person isn't ready to go, or yourself might not be ready to go, and move forward in the best possible way.
I love that, Jonathan. Well, thank you for showing up to support the new studio and the new hybrid show today. You're always showing up, and I really do appreciate you very, very much. All right, let's go next to Anita. Anita, what's new in your world? What's your message? Now, all right, let's go over the tips. I want maximum energy. Live audience, how are these intros going so far? Are they excited?
Maximum energy.
All right, you're getting good feedback. I love that. All right, so let's keep the energy up. Give me the passion. Give me your message for the world, Anita.
Okay, so I am Anita Suri. My company is Empowerment Plus, okay? I've basically helping individuals to live their optimum life. We've got health products and e-commerce platform, and we also help in the debt field, showing you how to pay off your debts faster, and also our supplements are pretty amazing. We've got the isotonics, which mixed with powder goes right to your bloodstream, so pretty amazing. So just helping people that that want to be helped. Everybody's not in there, so whoever wants to be helped, I'm here to aid, consult, do whatever, right?
I love it, Anita, and I love your positive energy. You have a beautiful smile. I can tell you really want to help, and you need to come into the studio. You need to come into Laws of Life every Tuesday on Zoom. Where are you living in the world? Where you live?
Oh, I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Toronto. Wow. All right.
Toronto.
Well, you can always show up on Zoom. Keep showing up. Keep connecting. Keep broadcasting.
Absolutely. Thanks for putting this on, Blanca. It's amazing. Amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Love it.
Just remember, everybody in this room, raise your hand. Then point to yourself and say, I have a gift. Now practice what that gift is every single day. Even if you make mistakes, it doesn't matter. What matters is to have
the courage to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
the courage to do it.
And have a good time. All right, I think we almost got to
have fun.
And have fun. There you go.
Wake up, Raji.
There you go. It's all good. Let's go to Richard, who's our veteran representative. He's very passionate. He's a veteran himself. I met him during the Super Bowl in New Orleans. I had to go all the way to New Orleans to meet Richard for you guys. All right, Richard, let me hear a powerful message from you.
You hear me okay?
Excuse me?
You hear me all right?
Oh, okay.
Yes? You hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I did meet you, Blanca, in New Orleans. And, listen to Mark about a mission statement. Our mission statement is help for the wounds you cannot see, which means PTSD and the prevention of suicide with our charity. And our charity is the Veterans Health Network, where we want to help as many veterans as possible and prevent suicide, and that is our primary mission. We're located in St. Petersburg, Florida, and any wants to help us in any direction, we do appreciate it. Now, we are going to do another event in September back in New Orleans, and we are looking for sponsors. So whatever help we can get, we do appreciate it. I think I left something in the chat, but I'll put it in there again. Thank you for having me today. Thank you.
Give it
Martha.
up for Richard, showing love to all the veterans in the world. And remember, if you're a veteran or you have a passion or somehow the veterans connects to your passion, then have a meeting with Richard. Have a Zoom with him. Figure out a way. Sonny Arfa. I see we just connected. Sonny Arfa is a meditation expert who I've known for many years. And, you're definitely going to have a one-on-one with Sonny because she has a lot of integration into the police, the fire, and Elisa as well about how they can help veterans and how you can give back to veterans. And that'll be a great connection. Remember, if you have a comment, if anything resonates, raise your digital hand. If you have a question, raise your hand. It's okay. All right, let's go next to one of my favorite lady bosses, Christina Fisher, who's doing investments all over the world. Christina, give me 16 seconds. And Christina invited me into the Golden
Well, I was going to
Eagles.
say the veteran person. I am going to introduce him to Mike Atkins.
Okay.
And Mike Atkins used to be in Washington, D.C., and also because of me knowing the former president, Jill and Joe Biden, the Bidens may be able to help us with that too. So I'll let you know on the veteran stuff, okay?
Wonderful. Look at
Connection.
that. Magic.
Yeah, and
magic.
That's a popcorn moment. All right, Christina, that's very nice of you to do
And
that.
you know what? Actually, another thing is that if anyone has we have a foundation. You know about this foundation too, Blanca. It's called Save the Teens.
Right.
And because I was the chairwoman for the Stoneman Douglas victims for that shooting, and I was in Uvalde and went to all the other school shootings, helping teens is a big thing. And the most important thing with teens is, you want to make sure that they also are well suited, that they get through their mental health issues, the teens. And we also want to make sure that when teens go to college, that they go for the right reasons. And in schools, the teens have a lot of issues with the teachers and everything. So saving the teens is a very important thing, and the teens are our future.
I agree. Well, just so you guys know,
when we old people need nurses and doctors and
Yes,
people
you're
to
right.
take care of us, those teens are going to be the ones. So
Well, I'm in-house
if anyone's
counsel.
interested, Blanca can also hook you up with
Of course. Thank
Aaron
you, Christina.
Clemens, who's the president CEO of that.
Wonderful. I think Regina has a comment. Thank you for raising your digital hand. Regina, what is your comment?
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
Yes, thank you. I don't know who's speaking because I'm in my car
It's
and I just
Christina
pulled
Fisher.
over.
Christina
because-
Fisher.
Please, Blanca, I've got to run off for another meeting. It's because of this place is why I'm off to another connection meeting. But the person who just spoke about teens, that is my heart. That is my love. I, 20 years ago, wrote a violence prevention curriculum after Columbine. So that is my heart, my love. Please, Blanca, do a connection, like you said, text to text. Because that is something that is to my heart and my community of fitness and wellness and mindset. I would love to provide that.
See, look at that. What's another law of life? When you talk about a passion. So Christina says, I love the We Save Teen charity. Boom. Regina responds. Boom. Richard responds. So it's very important in that introduction to not just talk about what you do, but what you love. What do you truly enjoy doing? Are you a golfer? What's your hobby? What is your number one hobby?
Wow. I love to eat. Can you tell?
You're a
I like
foodie.
trying
You're a
different
foodie.
type of
What's your
food.
favorite type of food?
Well, I love anything Asian.
I knew it. I
yeah,
knew it.
Yeah, I do. It's in my blood.
Live
so.
audience, raise your hand if you love sushi like me and Raji. All right. What about the digital audience? You guys, any sushi takers in here? All right. So, Christina, thank you for being with us. I'm going to connect you to Regina. We got to keep popping like popcorn. Let's go next to a very special woman, Camille Robb. She is known as the Global Mom, feeding children and families clothing across the globe. Wow. All right, Camille, what is your message for the world today, Queen? You're on mute, Queen. Can you safely unmute yourself, potentially? I think you're driving.
She's driving.
All
yeah.
right, so we're just going to send love. Everybody send love to Camille. Love, 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 love. All right. Who has not yet taken the stage that would like to share their message with the world?
Sonny's
Ay,
in the
caramba.
audience of a podcast in Hollywood.
Oh, we can eavesdrop on Monroe's conversation, but we won't do that. That wouldn't be ethical. All right. Willie O. Wilbert Charles, would you like to come to the stage and say good morning? Well, actually, it's good afternoon now.
Yeah.
Willie? All right. Talk to me, my friend. What is the good word in the house today?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
We can, but speak a little bit louder because you tend to speak a little on the low side. So speak. There
Okay,
you go.
yes.
All right.
Greetings unto the whole sessions and shout outs. It's priceless moments and all the definitions yet. Shout outs, celebrations, toast with cheers, being with us today.
I love that. Celebrations. You know what? You're right. Today is a celebration because we're a celebration of all the new connections that we're making. We're crossing over from the digital world. All right, let's do another competition. Zoom audience. Are you fired up? Let's see how fired up the Zoom audience is. Give it to me. Let's go. Give me a fired up. I can't hear you. Take the mute buttons off and give me some fire.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
That was better.
All right, let's see how the live audience does. 1, 2, 3. The live audience is bringing it today. I think you guys are going to have to buy plane tickets and come to the studio in person. But we love you guys. You're doing awesome. And sometimes Zoom doesn't transmit the fire, which is, of course, the law of personal presence. Always meet someone in person instead of online when you can. But this Zoom platform, shout out to Zoom. Seriously, because during COVID, Sonny and I were doing quarantinis. We wouldn't have these friendships.
Zoom was a lifeline for many people during COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, it really was.
Well, has everybody in the Zoom audience had a chance? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Has everyone had a chance to say hello in the Zoom audience? Going once, going twice. All right. So we've now completed our entrepreneur introductions, and now we're going to interview the beautiful Raji Nuran Singh.
Oh my goodness, me?
Yes, you.
I'm shy. I don't know if I can get through it.
You shy? So, Raji, let me give him a little background. You are an activist, an author, an actress, an activist to let the transgender community know you matter, you belong.
Host, author.
Yes, you were also on Botched over
reality
30
TV
times.
personality, board member. Yeah. I'm a lot of things. A
reality TV personality. Okay, so do you guys know that I'm fascinated by reality TV?
Yeah, you told me.
So what was it like being on Botched?
Wow. So, okay, before Botched, my story went viral. I did a local interview here with CBS 4. And I had been doing a lot of activism and going around and sharing my story. And I did this local interview that aired on the 11 o'clock news. And literally overnight, my story went global. So by 9 o'clock, Dr. Phil was calling me, Anderson Cooper, CNN, the doctors. I mean, the list goes on. Germany TV, Japanese TV. I mean, literally. And you know in the movies where you see the scene where the press shows up on the lawn?
Yes.
That's how my lawn looked. So I was thrusted into the world media just overnight. And I think what prepared me is because I had been speaking for many years. And so I did the talk show circuit, and I did it like, listen, I was on the cover of some Romanian magazine, and I was in South African People magazine. I mean, literally all over. So that then led to reality TV. Wow. And I think what that did for me, I was on 3 seasons of Botched on the E! Network. Mm-hmm. And my first season, they didn't do any corrective surgery. They basically just featured my story. Mm-hmm. And my thing was, I think my purpose was to educate people about what happened to me, mm-hmm. and to also maybe save some lives, because people have died from it, and maybe even like save people the suffering and heartache that I had been experiencing. So that was my goal. I didn't realize I might get like some corrective surgery out of it, but my intentions were to do that. Make your mess your message.
Well, you know, you said a lot of powerful things in that answer. You said you got fame overnight. One morning you woke up and there were 1,000 reporters. So that means, guys, this is the lesson for us. This is what I get. You guys tell me, but I get you got to get ready for it. That means that's why you got to keep practicing. And then you became a very famous story for everything that you went through.
You know, I think having the platform empowered me more because for many years I walked around with a very disfigured face, and oftentimes I was the laughing stock. You know, I was made a big joke of, and I think having the platform, it allowed people to know my heart, know the person that I am, learn the content of my character. Because the first season on Botch, I got messages from people all over the world that said, Raji, but you're beautiful. And I was sitting there with my very disfigured face, and they're like, it doesn't matter. And I knew it, I connected, like I had that aha moment, and I said, they're seeing my inner beauty. And that's what is the thing that's eternal about all of us. All of this is temporary. So, you know, I know it sounds cliche, the beauty from within, but it is so true. You know, you can meet someone, they can be gorgeous physically, and then you get to know them and you're like, oh my God, this person is ugly. You know, it's like biting into that apple. It looks so juicy on the outside, and then you bite in and it's rotten. So I got, that was like a blessing from that. And then the other thing was to connect with all types of people. I was in the airport going to California once, and I'm looking at my phone in the terminal, and I look up and I see a old lady, white American woman, about 80 years old. And she came over and she said to me, I know you, and you've inspired my life.
Just like Elisa did.
Yeah. And I said, I was like, oh my God, this woman in my life, her life looks so different. But there was something about my story that she connected with.
Well, of course. There's your story. So fundamentally, you said you knew from when you were a child at the age of 4 that you were different.
Well, yeah, the kids were calling me sissy and faggot. I didn't even know what the words meant. I knew I didn't like the way they made me feel, the energy behind them. But I was an effeminate little boy, and I didn't fit in with the other boys.
Right.
You know, I was very different. And so I didn't know that I was trans at that age, but I knew that something was different about me. Yeah.
Well, it takes a lot of courage to be different and to transition and to become transgender. That is not an easy transition. And through that process, at what age did you initiate the process to make that choice? How old were you then?
So, okay, I'm a lady of a certain age.
We don't need to know.
But I've been around the block. And so just look at me as a cougar, that's all.
Hell yeah, baby.
And so when we were growing up, we didn't have Google. You couldn't Google information. So I didn't have anything to connect how I was feeling. I didn't have a word for it. So it wasn't until in my early 20s.
In your early 20s.
I started to connect the dots.
So you started to connect the dots, and that led to you utilizing black market injections to assist you in making that transition. And apparently these injections help increase the size of the bust, create more feminine characteristics in the body.
Well, the thing is, at the time, we trans people had no resources. I transitioned when there were no rights, no resources. Doctors weren't willing to help us. So a lot of our transition was done black market. So it's almost like we were forced into it. And then it became like a rite of passage, you know, to get more voluptuous and curvy and feminize yourself. And it wasn't only for vanity.
Right.
It was for safety too, because the less you look like a man in a dress in public, and no offense to men in dresses, but the less that you did, you could maneuver in society a little easier.
So the more, I guess you could say, feminine you became, the more successful you were.
Yes.
Because you were more like a chameleon. You were now part of the feminine female community.
Right,
And
it made it a little more easier to maneuver in society, but then, you're dealing with all the discrimination with, employment discrimination, housing, health care, even like I've been brutally beaten up. I've 3 times in my life. And
So sorry.
one of the worst being when I was pulled off a city bus by 5 guys who targeted me because of my femininity, and they beat me up during rush hour in front of about 50 people. No one helped me. That day, not only was I hurt physically, but I was hurt mentally and spiritually. But it was one of the moments where I realized that you can sit down and complain all day about the way your situation is, or you can try and stand up and do something about it. And I think the beautiful story about life when you hear with different people going through traumatic situations where they survive it is oftentimes that is the catalyst for them to go on and do some good work in the world.
You're absolutely right. Pain can often turn into a passion.
Yes.
And I speak from personal experience on
know.
that. So your story, think about how many lives you could affect by letting, even starting with kids, letting them know that everyone is beautiful. Everyone is a celebrity. Everyone is royal. You choose the prism of your experience, but what do you love most about being a woman?
No, I'm playing.
It's all good, baby. All answers are welcome.
Well, these aren't bad. The physicality, although they're a little too big than I wanted.
Can
but
never
that's
go
a whole
too big,
nother
honey.
story.
That's my opinion. But next.
But I just love the fact that I am able to be me. And I didn't choose to be transgender. I believe that I was born that way. But the choice I made was to be real about who I am and not live in a social prison, because it was really going against the grain. I mean, now people are more educated, but when I transitioned, unless you were on stage like Boy George or Prince or Michael, they weren't having it in society. I was having bottles thrown at me and, what the F are you and that sort of thing. So it was rough, but I had no choice because I had to live my life. And I wanted to do it gallantly and, in an optimal way and just be free. So a lot of people have died for their freedom.
We need, I forget that there are people, that's one of the reasons that some young people commit suicide, because they're too afraid to reveal their true identity. So we really need to help the younger people, the older people, everybody.
The suicide rate for trans teens, very high, almost 50%, 40-something percent.
I believe it.
When you have society, your circle, your neighborhood, your family that is rejecting you. I mean, and the worst is, thank God I have a mother that even when she didn't understand it or agree with it, I never felt like she turned her back on me. I never felt that.
Thank
and
God.
She was the epitome of what a mother's love should be, because mothers are there to love their children and support them. And so I was so blessed to have her, and I still have her. Thank God she's in her 80s now.
Wow, you got to bring your mom over to the studio. But
she's up north. But anyway, when she comes down.
But you said something very powerful. Your family. What about the people whose families don't accept them?
Yeah.
What about whose friends reject them? I mean, you were physically assaulted.
Yeah.
Where did you get the courage to keep being you?
I'm going to tell you, there were times I wanted to check out. I didn't feel like I had a place in this world. I felt ostracized, and I just felt like I didn't belong here. But then there was this mustard seed of hope in me, and this knowing that every single person that is born into life has a birthright to be here. And we all have a divine purpose. Even if the world is saying no, your circle of people is saying no, we all have a divine purpose for being here. Yes. And I think that it's important for everyone to tap into that.
You're so right. Put it in the chat, Zoom audience. What is your passion? What is your purpose? Live audience, think about it. What if you wrote on a blank piece of paper in your head, what is your purpose? So what is your number one purpose today?
I think that I am an example to people that you can be yourself despite what people say and still thrive and still be supported by the universe. I always say this, I joke, when I go to the supermarket, my presence is an act of activism.
Yes.
Because people are seeing me live my life doing groceries just like any other human being would do. You know, so I think that that's one of my major purposes, is to be here. To be here and be real about it and be encouragement for everyone, not just LGBTQ. We all have had moments in our life where we felt different, where we felt ostracized. You didn't do maybe something your parents wanted you to do because it wasn't your passion. You have to stand up and say, well, this is what I want to do.
You are literally a guardian angel because you are sharing a lot of very important laws of life, like big time. And it is, I for one am very inspired. It's not just about sexual preference. It's about anything. Maybe you know, it could be anything, religious, political. It could be a disability. It could be a form of mental illness. We don't know, but people are like puzzles. Everybody is not a perfect puzzle, right? Whatever we think is perfection.
Yeah.
Everybody has a puzzle piece that someone else is going to criticize that puzzle piece. It doesn't matter.
And in that, you're perfect.
Yes.
We are perfect in our perfections because you know why? It makes us individual in the world. And the beauty of the world is the uniqueness of us human beings. If everyone was the same, come on, we hear it all the time, it would be a boring world.
It would be very
Yeah.
boring if we all looked the same, if we were all clones. Isn't Raji just a breath of fresh air? Give her some
Come
love,
on,
guys.
flatter me, y'all. Come on.
Give her some. No, but you are beautiful. And guess what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. And guess what? Everybody that's watching, looking, sitting in this audience, there's nothing wrong with you. I want everybody to repeat after me. There's nothing wrong with me. Nothing.
Nothing wrong with
All
you.
right.
You know, I just want to say this too real quick.
Yes.
I just want to encourage people to live their passion
Mm.
because we're just passing through and no one knows when that last day will be here. I think about people that wake up in the morning and they leave to go to work and they get in an accident. And I think that person, when he or she was brushing his teeth, never thought that that would be his last day. So live that, because I made a decision a long time ago. I don't want to be on my deathbed saying woulda, coulda, shoulda. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
I couldn't agree more. You know, live every day as if it's your best day,
Yeah.
because that's why you got to keep living your passions, living those hobbies, and go big. What does it matter if you fail? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
It's worse to fail to try than to try. You know, I
To
mean,
never
I
have
should,
tried.
yeah, exactly. I'm getting confused. It's worse to fail not to try as opposed to trying and failing.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's easy to sit back and judge others, but it's a lot harder to keep trying.
Yeah.
So let's open it up to the audience. Anybody have a question?
Come on, don't
And
be
we're
shy.
going to need microphone support. Sonny, could you come to the studio stage? and
Don't be shy.
Share
I
with
want
us
all the
your
salacious
question. Okay, she's going to go to the stage right next to you. Be very careful as you walk to the stage. Everybody, welcome Sonny Arfa.
So nice
to
to
the
meet
stage.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. So I didn't hear what she said at the very beginning about the show Botched. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. So I get all that. And so just like Blanca was asking, like you said, what age were you when it was a turning point? And was it like a moment, you know, with the universe, or you're meditating, or like, was it just like, you know, what was it that like made you be like, I'm going to be an activist?
Yeah, okay, so for me it was a process. When I was growing up, I just connected as a really feminine gay guy, because like I said, I didn't have anything to connect transness to, my transness. But then when I got in my 20s and I started going out to the clubs, I was starting to see other transgender women, and that's when I thought, maybe I'm what they are. You know, and I started to connect the dots. I mean, my dad got me a basketball one time for my birthday, I think. You know what I was doing with the basketball? I was going in my room, closing the door, and I would put the ball up under my T-shirt and walk around like I was pregnant. And I had the baby, and I was like nursing the baby. Now, this is me as a little kid doing this. G.I. Joe was never going to war. He was always coming home to me, and I was his wife waiting there with the meal cooked, because it was there. It was there from that young. And then, of course, when I became a teenager, the hormones are raging, and you start to fantasize sexually. And I always, in my fantasies, had a breast and a vagina. But I didn't realize I was doing it. It was just like second nature. And then in my early 20s, I started to connect the dots. But I didn't transition right away. I did the androgynous thing for a while. Like, where I was dressing very unisex, kind of like, you know how you hear the non-binary, gender non-conforming community? That was me. And a lot of trans people do that for a while and they kind of ease into it. After a while, it wasn't enough for me.
Great question. Well, you know, that's the concept of incrementalism. You know, sometimes it's not so easy to just make the move. Sometimes there are intermittent steps to get there. But the point is, I applaud you for your courage of being you and standing for a platform that teaches people to have the bravery to do that. Because it's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No. And it has to be in you. If you're not vested, if it's not in you, you're not going to be able to do it.
All right. Well, we're at the 12:30 mark. We can take a couple more questions, and then we're going to go into phase 3 breakouts. Helen, come to the stage and share your... Oh, you can sit there. We're going to bring the microphone to you, Helen. All right. Elliot, thank you so much. Helen, what is your question?
First of all, thank you for your courage to go through what you've gone through this year. And
okay, can you come to the front row? Thank you, Helen. We appreciate you. All right, let's make a... Gigi, can you make... Make a little room for Helen there. Be very careful. There we go. Watch that mic. There we go. Okay. All right. That's why okay, go ahead, Helen.
Okay, so when you said you were dragged off the bus and beaten up by all those people and all people were watching, and that's when you mentally and emotionally were not in a good place, how did you overcome that?
Oh, my God. That's a good question. I think my spirituality, by the grace of God, me being able to hold on. You know, we human beings are resilient, and we go through a lot of different things. I mean, you can look at the history of the world and see the suffering that people went through in different ways, but there's this thing in us that keeps us wanting to live in some way, and I think that it's just, I picked myself up and I kept going. It hurt. It was hard. But I did it, and I'm so thankful I did, because if I had checked out then, I would have missed out on so many wonderful blessings, so many wonderful opportunities. So
amazing that you did that by yourself.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, I have to give credit, like, you know, having like a supportive mom, not all my family talk to me. Some of them don't want to be bothered with me because I'm trans, but I have a good bit of family that love and respect me. I recommend a good therapist. Find a good one. You got to get the perfect one, because if you get a bad one, though, you'll be in a corner with a dribble cup. But therapy and a number of different things.
That's good advice. That's
my
very good advice.
Yeah, so it's a lot of things that went into it, but I do agree with you. There was definitely some courage.
Well, you know, the law of life is this. It doesn't really matter why a person is different. But what matters is to surround yourself with examples of people that can inspire you to be you, and if necessary, to get the support, whatever form it may take. But you are truly a success story, an activist, an actress, a talk show host, a reality star, but most importantly, you are an exquisitely beautiful soul. And we're so happy you spent this morning with us. Let's give it up for Raji.
Thank you. And I want to wish everyone love, happiness, peace, good health, prosperity, and many wonderful blessings.
Oh, we have one more question or comment from Camille Robb, America's Global Mom, International Global Mom. Camille, what is your question? You need to unmute yourself. Let's go.
No, I'm not asking a question. All I'm saying is that people are going to judge you regardless, whether you're good, bad, or indifferent. So all you got to do is remember, it's not about how they feel about you or what they say about you. It's how you feel about yourself. God is in full control of our lives. And when we let human beings take over, then we do stupid stuff. So don't worry about what the next person thinks. You love you, and you cannot give love until you love yourself first.
That's true.
That is very true. I love that, Camille.
Yeah,
I love that.
I've always been a loving person. I think that's what's gotten me in the doors, like to a lot of places that I wouldn't normally be let in.
Yeah.
Is my kindness and my loving spirit. Even being the bigger person sometimes, when like when I say bigger person, people like talking about me and laughing, but still trying to like show kindness and love and give people a chance to like get there. You know what I mean? Get there, like, consciously, like, okay, this person, I might not agree with their lifestyle or who they are, but you know what? They're kind.
Exactly.
They're loving. Like, why wouldn't I like that? So.
That's what matters. At the end of the day, that's what matters. And Camille, your point is extremely a good one to remember for people of all ages. Love yourself. But in order to love yourself, you got to keep practicing acts of self-love. And that's where Dr. Martine can help, or Anita can help, or Sunny can help with meditation. Sunny's meditation practically saved my life after going through a divorce and going through some of the biggest changes in my life. Big changes. Your love and meditation skills, I still apply. I still do the breath of fire, baby. Just letting you know. All right, well, we have had, I would say, one of our best summits ever. I want to thank you again. I hope everybody follows Raji on Instagram. You can go to Raji_Botch TV and follow her story. You can follow me at Blanca Laws of Life. Follow everyone. Now, after we close out the live stream, we're going to roll the outro. We will do our breakout rooms. Zoom participants will do breakouts on Zoom. So think about who you want to connect with. And Live Studio will also do a breakout. We're going to do one 10-minute breakout exercise. Mr. Liberto, are you ready to roll that outro in 20 seconds? All right, so let me... I know Scott doesn't want the show. Let's give another shout out to Scott Liberto. Yay! The energy that Scott put into helping me source the equipment, train me on it, and be here truly to bring the concept of the hybrid to life. We did it today, and we failed. I failed many times doing it. First time, we did it, baby!
We did.
We did it!
We did. And you know what? Everyone here is a reflection of you. You attract people to you and a certain type of people that can resonate. So you are a reflection and we are a reflection. You're phenomenal. I've only spent this short time with you, but I can see how you bring people together. And that's one of your gifts.
Thank you, Raji.
Yeah.
Thank you for being an example of being your truest, most real self. Let's all continue to be true to ourselves. Keep loving, keep connecting. We're going to roll that outro, and then we're going to go into breakouts. Hey! Love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Yay! We had fun.
Welcome to the Laws of Life. It's time to light up the stage.
So it's not over. We're going to go into breakouts now.